All right, old radio night, 3/23/2019. Waiting on that night ranger out there. Break.
You go first. What are you talking on?
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to get this stupid thing here to print what I said. Talking on a Brown and Golden Eagle Mark III, and with a 180 just sitting there. And so let's see. Got a D104, and that's about it.
Well, I'm talking on a nice, pretty realistic TRC 455 40-channel AM only bass. Probably the prettiest bass radio that Radio Shack ever made. It's got a nice roll drum clock in it. And it has a PA gain and SWR, calibrate RF gain, Delta Tune, squelch volume, dual meters, SWR signal meter, output meter. There's an alarm clock in it too. And an on-the-air light when you transmit, and a modulation light. There's 40 channels, noise blanker A&L. And nice looking radio. I couldn't afford this thing when it was out back in, I think it came out in 1977 or 78, but I sure would have liked to have had one. I got a D104 on it, going into a 10-tube DNA Phantom receive preamp. Reverse preamp, as 21 says, in my homemade wire J-pole up about 90 feet in the air in the top of a big cottonwood tree.
10 Roger. Well, it's sounding real good. Yeah, I'm just trying to get this recording mic to sound a little bit better. I had on my Mark IV, I had the other week, I had 11 people like the video, and then 10 people didn't like it. So I don't know. I can't do anything about the upload speed because I only got 1.7 from a Time Warner or Spectrum or whatever, and so I'd like to have about 4 at the least. But anyway, shoot, I forgot I got to plug in the daggum. I'm running Wi-Fi right now, so I'm gonna plug in the cable.
I'm over here on my 10 megabit up and 10 megabit down thanks to home telecom, so I can't complain too much, especially since they just doubled the speed without raising the price. I was fine with 5 up and 5 down, but I'm not going to complain. They want to double it, go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. Well, anyway, maybe one of these guys will let me know if this mic setting on this Yeti mic is any better or worse or whatever. So I got Paul Williams from Sacramento, and got I wouldn't one Baltimore.
I'm switching over your channel right now. I'm gonna take a listen, see what I hear.
Roger. Let me know what you think there, and yeah. So anyway, I've got the mic where the speaker will shoot right into it. Before I had it sitting to the side. Hopefully it might be okay. I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah, I don't know who that guy is that keeps repeating everything you say several speakers, several seconds after you say it, but that's kind of rude.
I know it.
Well, it sounds pretty good from what I can hear.
Not watery.
Yeah, that Night Ranger guy, he's got a nice sounding realistic TRC 455.
Yeah, 10-4. Well, maybe I've got the right combination now, and I've got it sitting right in front of the radio. I just have to try to, make sure that's where it gets good at, and see. Hey, Mr. T said it sounds good to him.
The ordering sound usually comes from a sample rate. Audio sample rate's a little bit too low. I'm listening right now, and it seems to sound pretty good. I maybe hear a little bit of that watery sound to it, but if we can ever get you over on OBS, that'll probably straighten that out.
10-4, yeah, I'll have to get the computer there, but I tried getting on that OBS. I just couldn't figure it out. It was a rush anyway. Every time I try to do it, it's a last minute thing because I'm doing something else. So, well, I'll get it eventually, but If it sounds better than it has been, that's what I'm looking for right now.
I see you got your Demco bill up there on top of the radio.
Yeah, I've got two more. I just couldn't find them. I got that up there for Dennis over there at Old Tube Radio Network.
Well, this is my first broadcast running under OpenSUSE Linux version 15, or is it 15.1 Leap? I was running an older version before, but I formatted the laptop because they were no longer supporting that version. So, for those of you curious, that's what mine's running on. SUSE Linux, OpenSUSE Linux, Leap 15, maybe 15.1.
Okay.
Radio check.
Bring it on.
How's this thing sounding?
Oh, sounds good, man.
Alright, top of the day, everybody. This old Slim was 755 around Charleston, South Carolina. Talking on a Galaxy 7 base with a Silver Eagle D104. Got a little Workman meter here working. Got a little 4-tube Elkin on the side. Got a 4-foot tower outside. Antron 99 on the top. 755 the Slammer. Stand by. 557.
Sounds good there, Slammer.
Telephone, full logic. What you saying, crazy man? 557. Turn that mess up. I can't hear what he's saying. Well, I got what I got on my ear. We'll put it get out. What'd you say now? I said 557. 557. What's he been smoking? Ain't too nice size hot dogs. Oh, no. Alright, top of the day. Top of the evening. I'm gonna let you go. You gotta go somewhere. 755 on the side. Okay, now, 557. 755, I'll put it back where it brought you. I try to slip up your back door there. They call me 116 with back out. I bet you can hear me now. Yeah, a lot of noise, or you just don't have something turned up. One and two, because I can barely hear you tonight.
Hey, Night Ranger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. I don't know how to say it any better. Maybe he can space it out and give me a pronunciation. He says you have a real nice 455.
I got a pretty good condition. I got it off eBay probably about 10 years ago. I had to rebuild the power supply. I think the transformer was bad. I turned it on and the lights would come up and go out. And I turned it back off and kind of turned it back on, the lights would come off and go out. So I went through the supply board and rebuilding the power supply board, and that wouldn't fix it. Finally, I went in there and put a whole brand new transformer in it, and so that finally fixed it. So I had to rebuild the whole power supply section to get it working again. But after that, the radio itself was fine. It's just apparently the power transformer was blown.
Roger.
Good evening to the band. 15-4 on this band.
Hello, 15-4. I was just thinking about you. It's about time to you to jump in there. Are you doing all right?
Well, we're doing all right. We finally got us a whole radio. That's what we're talking on now. 1979, GE Super Bass. Only thing we don't like about it is the microphone, so we gotta wait for our adapter to come because all the mics we use there, even though they're bullpens, there's a different bullpen there, right? That's a nice radio, that GE Super Bass. Those things they fight over those things on eBay.
Oh yeah, I've seen two of them. One of them I saw one time years and years ago, way back whenever the Coliseum was not a Coliseum, it was a trailer park. And then I saw one that was at the CB break last year. So those are, they have a nice circuit in there, whether it's a compression circuit, and also it has a switch on it for 2 antennas.
That's exactly right. We just flipped the switch on the compressor circuit, so maybe that's a little bit of difference. But we did D104 came with it, and the stock mic. We talking on the stock mic because I never had a lollipop, and I don't think I could use that. So because it picks up all that noise. So we just waiting for an adapter where we can put our regular noise canceling mic on there. They're right.
410. Well, the lollipop D104, it works.
Yeah, it works, but it just picks up too much noise in the house here, man. Plus, I'm just used to using the noise canceling. Sitting in my easy chair, it would be difficult. So it's sitting over there on the other table over there. I'm looking at it.
Roger.
Hey, break.
2 breakers. Where do y'all go?
97. 97 over here on John's Island. Talking an old realistic TRC 65. 40 channel, AM upper and lower side band on it, stock microphone that came with the radio, and that's running into a crisp big boomer, and that's running into an Antron 99.
Doing a good job.
Yeah, boy.
You're doing a good job. I can hear you, and you put 9 on me over there.
97. Yeah, boy.
Somebody in Toronto said they could hear us up there. 21 about that diesel problem y'all was having over there.
Oh, 10-4. Oh, sorry, about yesterday there.
Yeah, Slammer called me about it. I didn't know what to say. I told him he was more into that than me. So anything, I wouldn't know anything, but he's the man on that.
I appreciate that, 21. Thank you.
So you say Night Ranger, somebody can hear you up in Canada?
If I interpreted the message they posted on my video, it says he can hear one side of the conversation in Toronto.
Oh, okay. What's his handle?
TOT.
TOT?
Theo, THEO space T.
Oh, okay.
Let's watch it.
There was another breaker out there. I don't know who it was. That other breaker, go ahead.
Yeah, y'all got a copy on this week one?
I got you. Come on.
Yeah, 10-4 be the King B. I just want to let you know that mic sounds good on that radio.
King B, how you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. Tell me something. Can you tell when a D104 is bad?
Yeah.
Does this microphone sound bad?
No, not really. I don't know, compared to something else. Usually what happens is a couple of things on those older D104s, the capacitors dry up in the amplifier circuit, or that crystal element kind of goes bad after a while, but it's not muffly, it's not muffled up, so it's doing all right. What kind of radio you got it on?
Oh, just a little cheap Cobra 19 DX, a little old bitty thing.
10-4. Talk again. Let me listen.
Yeah, I was just wondering how it sounded. I got a little squeal here. But yeah, I got this one off eBay, pretty cheap, but I didn't know if the modulation was good on it or not. Yeah,
I heard that squeal. That's what I wanted. I picked that up there, but it's not in there now. It sounds all right. I don't know what setting you have it on. Have you tried turning it up or I don't think that Cobra has a dynamic on it, does it?
Negative. It's turned up all the way. I don't think the modulation's turned up on my Cobra. But anyway, I was just trying to check it out. Like I said, it was pretty cheap, so I put a battery in it. I was just seeing if it could modulate a little bit.
Sounding all right to me. What you think there, crazy man?
I'm bodacious over here. You can try to get that squirrel without deal for it, keep it away from the radio. That's what I used to do.
Yeah, that's coming from the external speaker. That's what that squeal's coming from. Anyway, appreciate it, guys. We keep me over here at MKII. We don't sit back and copy the mail.
Can't be what you do. Go ahead and put the pig in the yard. You won't squirrel no more.
Info.
I have that. I have to say that.
Well, King B, you can always go and check it out on YouTube there. It'll be on there in a little while. Probably it'll upload in about an hour, so you can get your own radio check there. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, how'd I find it on YouTube?
You can just Google Old Radio Night, Brown and Golden Eagle, and the day's date.
10-4. Appreciate that. I shall do that. Yeah, no copy the mail. Y'all sounding good out there this evening.
10-4. Hey, I wanted to ask you one more thing. Did you ever get your beam straightened out? I know you was going to make some, or you was making some, or whatever. Did you ever get them like you wanted them?
Yeah, but the hurricane took them out.
Oh, no. Time to make another set.
Yeah, and I went out in the country for a while and come back in. I decided I'd try to get something back up. I'm just talking off a little wire right now.
10-4. You didn't have any trouble climbing over the wall down there, did you?
Not too much.
10-4.
Where is he located? He's kind of weak on me.
Well, you see, just talking on a wire there. You over there in Somerville, somewhere around, let's see. I'm going to guess there. You're off of, Old Charlie Road.
Negative. I'm in Sangaree. I'm over here near Crazy, just down the road. He's around a mile or two from me.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's who Crazy Man was telling me the other day that, that's right. He told me about that. Okay.
Yeah, where are you at, by the way?
I'm over here at Wasamaw Swamp, over kind of sort of near 176 and 17A, like you're going to Holly Hill.
Yeah, Roger. Lord, you're making a great trip.
I appreciate it.
Your time's out now. You can go back what you was doing.
I got about a 1 on him over here, but I can't quite make him out.
You're 21.
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah, did anybody ever give you feedback about or of 1940?
Yeah, he commented on the last week's video there, and 52 went and saw him and stuff like that. I'll tell you about it on the phone. I don't know if he wanted me to be blasting it all over the whole world,
I understand.
Yeah, he's hanging in there. Had to tie a knot in the rope, but he's hanging in there.
Sounds close. All right, yeah, we'll talk about it another time.
Oh, Jan. Go ahead.
Hey, now you're ready to get coffee?
Yeah, we copy. Go ahead, 97.
It's sounding good on that old realistic.
Yeah, this thing's got nice sounding audio on it.
So you're sounding good on that old realistic.
It's a classic. I think this thing came out around 1977, and it was out till, I don't know, maybe 79 or 1980. They discontinued. But it's probably, in my opinion, I think it's the best looking Radio Shack ever came out with.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've seen that radio.
It's pretty. You could sit it right next to a 1970s Pioneer or Technique stereo system. It fit right in. I like the looks of it.
That's the kind of radio that the women like to have in the living room. That's how you could sneak your CB into the living room there, so it would kind of blend in. They say, "What is that you're bringing in, honey?" "Oh, this is another part of the stereo system. I want to put it over here." "Oh, go ahead."
Well, I mean, it does. That's exactly what it looks like. You know, it looks like one of those 1970s stereo systems. I hate the stereo systems now. They're all ugly black metal boxes. You know, just about all of them. I don't know why they stopped making nice looking stereo systems, but all of them now are just a little ugly black metal box with a remote control with a gazillion buttons. I like the way they were doing it in the 70s and the early 80s a lot better, not a lot, a lot more visually appealing.
Yeah, I like them when they got all those tubes lined up on there. They got like 6 6550s on there, and they got some smaller ones like 12 AX7s on the top, and then knobs. I like that.
Well, I'm talking about the little Pioneers and the Techniques and the Marantz and Sansuis. Those were good looking stereo systems that they had back then.
Oh yeah. I had a let's see, what was the name that you said? Pioneer. Yeah, I think I had an SX 250 or something like that, and it had that nice meter, that was I don't know, it was kind of like an appealing light that it had. It wasn't a big old harsh light, and it was a nice wood grain looking radio, amplifier, stereo, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, they were works of art. They were pretty. And Marantz, I think, was the one that was known for the blue background lighting. The other ones had kind of the cream color lighting. But those Pioneers and Techniques and Marantz and Onkyo and all that, they were a work of art just to look at them.
Yeah, you had to have some dollars to get those Marantz, though.
Yeah, what was that one? Harman Kardon was one of the other ones.
Yeah.
Many hours looking through the brochures from the stereo stores, looking at those things. I finally picked out a Technique system. I still have the turntable. The rest of it's worn out and been replaced with either, eBay replacements or whatnot. But I had a Technique SA300 receiver, which is a beautiful receiver from 1979. And a Technique SL235 turntable belt drive, which I still have. It works, but not as well as it used to. It's like when it does the automatic, set down and it's an automatic turntable. It does. Sometimes it misses the record, That's not working 100%. But it still play records. And then I had Techniques. Actually, first I had a Panasonic tape deck and then Techniques tape deck, and then I had two RTR 4-way Series 3 speakers, and boy, did that thing sound good. I spent lots of time picking that out and saved up my pennies at 16 years old to buy that.
10-4, tell us about the story that you had to cut grass and all like that, and then the girl burned it up.
That was my DNA Hornet. Yeah, in 1978, I worked all summer. I just bumped the microphone. I bumped the camera. Let me get it reset. In 1978, I worked all summer cutting lawns for $5 a lawn to save up money for a DNA Hornet. Village Queen and Summer Duck had one used that they were going to sell me for $75. So all summer I worked mowing lawns for $5 a lawn to come up with $75. And I bought it, and it worked for like 2 days. The plate choke went out, and I didn't know how to fix it, but eventually got it. Red Apple did. But anyway, I got it working again in 79. And I talked on for many years, and then I bought a Palomar 300A, and I let Butterfly borrow it, and she decided she got mad at somebody named LSD in Charlotte and keep the mic down for more than an hour playing music and burnt the damn transformer out of it. I was so mad at her. I was trying to call her up to tell her that key, and she was yakking on the phone, so I was getting a busy signal while she was gossiping to one of her friends and burning my amplifier up.
Is that the one of them that was saying, everybody get together and key down? so we can try to break through this dead carrier.
Well, I mean, she was out at Newport, which is way out in the country, and she's met at LSD. He was over in Charlotte. He was probably 25, 30 miles away, and he was running big power in Charlotte. There's no way she was going to mess with him with 45 watts out of a DNA hornet from 20 or 30 miles away.
Right.
So she called me up and she said, this amp smells funny. Oh, boy, was that an understatement. It didn't smell funny. That thing stunk to high heaven. I got over there and that transformer got so hot it boiled the paint up on the chassis around the transformer. I was so mad, but she didn't have any money, so I was like, well, I can either go off on her end of friendship or I can swallow this down because she didn't have any money. She couldn't pay me back.
Did she look pretty good?
I don't want to comment on the video, but she's a nice person. But years later, I was giving her some grief about it. And she said, well, I'll pay you $75. I said, oh, no, that's $1978. I said, I mowed the lawn, $5 a lawn to come up with $75 at 15 years old. I said, you're going to have to take 75, divide it by 5, and that's how many times you're going to have to come mow my lawn with a push mower.
And that never happened.
Yeah, that never happened. I mean, I was hot over that. I was mad. I was hot in the face mad. I was so mad.
Well, crazy man, did you get your drops in your eyes there?
I've been sitting here trying to tell you, I had a breakout there a while ago. You got tired of waiting. Kept on hollering and couldn't get out.
I didn't hear him. I heard King B out there. That's the only one I heard. All right, well, I'm standing by. Go ahead, Breaker.
I don't hear him. I don't know. I think it's one of them young guys.
Well, the bleed over isn't bad tonight, so everything's okay, I guess.
Don't say that, brother.
You got to do the Challenger out there in St. Louis, Missouri. How about it? Bleed over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But talking on his ONT bleeder would be right.
Is that the Roy 641?
Yes, sir. Yeah, sitting right here, and I know him since early this afternoon, but well, I'm on the rest of and talk on this.
That's a nice radio.
I mean, what I said, don't move that day on four because it sounds too good. I got to sit about 2.5 feet away from me, and bell for the radio. The damn good boss, I ain't gonna get rid of it, they stuck to the top of the radio base station and can't get it off.
Yeah, a minute ago, 21, we were talking about Butterfly. I will say this for Butterfly. I had this very pretty girlfriend back in, started dating her in 1981 named Mary. And Mary was really pretty, and she was college educated and came from a college educated family. And if someone had told me in 1981 or 82 or 83 or 84 that Butterfly was going to turn out better than Mary, I'd have never believed them. Because she was Butterfly, just a simple little country girl, wasn't, highly educated or anything, but not stupid, just not, very educated. But by 1986, Mary was a damn drug addict, couldn't even carry on a conversation. And her personality went through the floor, and Kathy/Butterfly, her personality just kept getting better and better, and I didn't ever believe that back when I first met her, that she was going to turn out better than my girlfriend Mary, but she did.
Good boy.
Who's coming back when you get back?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got to run inside there, crazy man, and not Ranger, so I'll be back in a minute. I got to get me some more tea to drink.
Yeah, make it when you get that first one. You don't get enough now. You got to go back in there and back up over there and get some more.
Yeah, actually, I hadn't had any tea lately. I had a Coca-Cola Diet Coke there, but I got to get the tea now, so I'll be right back.
Oh, you ain't back yet?
Yeah, just got back.
Been that quick, everybody be happy. He's quicker than me. 755 will take it 21 to bring him some teacher. Yeah, no, I just filled my rocks up before I came out. What's that? Oh, gee. Yeah, I was trying to call you on the damn front radio, but you didn't say much. What? On the radio when you was leaving the house. Push the... These damn people out there shit everywhere. They don't want to drive over there. Oh, Lord. Alright, well, I just wanted to make sure that mic and everything was sounding good, but I'm assuming it did. I told him to go ahead and take off. Don't take the road and go back up on 526. Got two of them running with it. Flying for him. Oh, my God. Just for a second he had me. Yeah, till go. We got that big machine running and got one more other piece running, so we had a good day. Now, what's that? This radio sound better? Yeah, I got a lot better copy on it, yeah. Yeah, that's that voice I got over here, 40 channels, that's it. No extra channels, I'm not only 40 channels. Yeah, that other one didn't have no modulation. I couldn't hardly hear you. It's the same one. I got that kick to it. Well, that'd be probably all right if you turn the switch on the other thing with it. Top evening to you out there. 45 in the creek. Evening time there, 45. Slam was waving. Evening time, 45. Yeah, man. Hello, man. Hello, everybody. Yeah, got a little bit of blue over going on, but sorry I run late, but I just got out here, man. Fell asleep. I was having a good old nap there. Over. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Trying to get a little shut eye in the daytime there, Roger. 410, man. 410 on that, Slammer. Yeah, I'm on Benadryl. You know, to fight the duck and falling off and all that good stuff, so... Yeah, I fell asleep, but man, I'm bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Break. 410. Well, you sounding choice just as usual. I'm sitting back. Yeah, 410 on that. Moving the hand over, I think it was 987 was out there, and yeah, man, hope everybody's doing okay. Yeah, it was too, I almost just stayed asleep, man. It was awesome. Roger. Yeah. How you been doing there, 45? I've been doing pretty good, man. Recovering, doing much better now. I was having a rough go of it. Had a little bit of pneumonia in there, bloodstream infection going on, but we're getting over all that, man, and feeling a lot better there, Roger. Yeah, for work. Glad you're doing better. Roger! So who else is out here this evening? Well, 21 had to go run inside, so he'll be right back shortly. You got Night Ranger out there, and you also got Crazy Man out there, too. You should be able to hear me. Hello there, 45. Hello there, Crazy Man. How you doing, man? I'm around 2.5, but this time the sneeze don't quit. My right hand side of my nose is still dripping like a spigot. Needs a water. Table. What do you say? Y'all said 21 went inside for a minute? Yeah, you got Thursday. They go and give me a glass of tea. Hey, 410 on the glass of tea, man. I hear that. Yeah, man. Yeah, anyway, man, I got up and said, man, I'm going to go there and check out everybody, see what's going on, check out the new microphone. It
it's not brand new, but I've never run it with this radio. Didn't work good with the S45, and I had that S45 in here for about 2 or 3 months, so I finally retired it, put the 55 back out here, and trying it out there. Break.
Sounds good, man.
Well, gee, I can't wait to hear. I'm going to compare the clarity to the other one, but it sounds pretty much similar to me in my ears. But we'll see. I'll check it out later on tonight, man. I'll go back and listen to the gate, see how it sounds compared to the other one, to the ZU breakup.
The 21 and Night Ranger are both running gates right now.
410 on that, man. Well, hey, okay, well, good to hear you out there, 987, man. Sounded pretty good in the creek. And, we're down at you. Hey, how you doing out there, Night Ranger? You doing okay?
Yeah, doing pretty good. Just kicking back and, yeah, I'm the same way. I've been sneezing a little bit. I haven't taken any isthmus today, but I was sneezing a little bit out in the car.
Not 410, yeah, man. But anyway, yeah, I'm checking it out. I'm liking what I'm hearing over here so far in my eardrum. I'll tell you what, man, this thing did not like impedance wise or something. It did not match up with the S45 at all, right?
Sorry, I'm watching some comments on Facebook. Well, it sounds pretty good over here. There's a guy on the YouTube channel right now who's up in Toronto. He claims he said he can hear the guy with the Roger beep. So if he's referring to you, you might be making it Toronto, Canada right now.
Hey, 410 on that in Toronto. Well, if he's talking about me, we're waving a hand up there. For sure. Yeah, man. But anyway, that's amazing, man, because nothing but a little pre-driver amp going right now. But if it's so, maybe it's the antenna, man. It's up there pretty good. But anyway, yeah, we're waving a hand. Anybody that can hear us out there for sure. 45 in this creek, sitting on back.
Get even to your 45. Get even to your 45. That might sound good around Mount Charleston.
Yeah, I can. I got some of that 15-4. I got that bad bleed over, but yeah, it does. It sounds good with the 55. I surely do think so myself, man. But I was about to toss it. I took a last. It wasn't that expensive, about $50 or whatever like that. It's I don't even know what brand it is. It's just a little karaoke. It's not a karaoke mic, but it's just a basic studio microphone. I got it to replace one that blew up, the Ibanez. It's shot, man. It's done. One of the other ones that I was using, and but this will work. It's close enough.
Yeah, that's right. It sounds good. It got a nice tone to it. So sometimes the most uncomplicated thing is exactly what you need, and that was doing it for you. All right, folks. I appreciate the bump down. I'm back in these bushes.
I'll take you back them bushes. You get in all kinds of trouble when you get in them bushes. They don't have 15.
Oh, crazy man. Now, we're going to try not to get in no trouble. Ain't no doubt about that. Get even to you, crazy man. We appreciate the bump down. You know what it is. I'm back in these bushes.
Yeah, poor thing. Yeah, I'm not talking my old voice over here. Yeah, I had to do it. Only point challenge was the 04. The guys, 21 bragging about it earlier. Damn, you tell me what you said. We couldn't understand what you said, but I'm glad somebody knows what I'm talking about. I don't.
Hit that right. Well, we finally got it. I was telling 21, we finally got an old radio. That's what we're talking on now. 1979 GE. We was wanting the old radio, so we had an opportunity to get that one, and that's what we got. All we got to do is we got to get us an adapter so we can use a power microphone there, right?
No, you're right. It sounds bodacious over here. You got a needle working on it, and you kick that down you got. And what you got on those pot, that buddy pot, damn it, supposed to be getting up about more than that, over this radio, eh?
That's that right. We appreciate it, man. I'm glad to know that it's doing a little bit of broadcasting anyway. We gonna, like I said, it came with a D104, the guy that had it, he had the Spark mic, which I'm talking on, and a Lollipop D104. I never use a Lollipop, and I'm not using them now. down because it just picks up too much stuff in the background there, right?
I ain't got nothing over here to pick up over here on the fan. Try to keep me warm over here.
I'm still seeing you in my TV, so that's working.
Ask me how come I knew you didn't shave this morning.
Alright, top of the evening to you there, 15-4, Slammer sounding, says that thing sounding choice. It's definitely sounding choice. Old Slammer, put it to the side.
That's right, Slam. Appreciate it. Always a pleasure. I'm begging these bushes.
Yeah, that's how you get through all those. Go ahead. Well, when my dog's out there trying to break the channel, it sounded like you said 15-4. Seven, that's where you are putting 15-4.
So what, crazy?
You trying to get over 15-4 this long ago?
Affirmative. Hello there, 15-4. Hey, good evening to you, 987. Good evening to you. You ever get your radio situation fixed? Well, we got another one now. I was telling him that we got a whole one finally. We got a 1979 GE. That's what we talking on now. Sounds good, man. Sounds really good. Yeah, tell you, we still got the other one, but you know that Ranger is a new radio, and the Spikers that I have are new. So we wanted to get a kind of old one so we could fit in with old radio night there, right? There, Roger, on that. So what happened with the other radio? You had a big old hum in there and just all sorts of problems. No, we got that squared away. We just figured out what we had to do. We put an external speaker that took away all that stuff. But we worked that out there, right? Roger on that.
15-4.
Yes, sir.
I tell you one thing, that whatever you're talking on now, you definitely putting me all the way into the red on the other side now. Usually you hadn't been doing that, so I think it's definitely doing the job.
That's all right. Well, we ain't got that much running. You know, we got this radio. I think 17 is the max peak watts that a GE can do, and we got a little foot warmer here, a little small Palomar, and that's what we're using. But I'm glad it's talking over there, because it ain't really showing me a whole lot on this meter, but I'm glad it works.
Yeah, I mean, the carrier's not really a whole lot here, but the swing is definitely, I mean, you putting 30 dBs on me with no problem. Like, and normally, that other radio, and that new one especially, that new one you're doing right at 10. So, you're doing something definitely good.
That's all right. We're glad to know that. They give me some information that I didn't have before, that's for sure. Because I think we're gonna be all right once we get this adapter for this microphone. Because this is just a regular mic that came with GE back in the day, and so we want to get that power mic hooked up. But it can't do it because even though it's a full pin, every power mic I got here is a full pin, but it's a different full pin. I think it's like a Midland, GE and Midland use the same pin assignments, right?
Yeah, it's just a different wiring diagram.
Damn right.
The cell phone, like I say, it's definitely doing the job. I mean, even when it stopped light, you sound getting proud.
All right. I appreciate it, Slammer. I'm begging these bridges.
I'm up, and I'm sitting back reading the mail.
I tell you, trying to tell you, 15-4 7 bushes before you get red bugs.
Red bugs. All that power out there, I'm not worried about red bugs.
I hate you.
Well, I'm glad you finally hit a switch or something. Well, you sound normal again.
Who's that?
You.
I didn't do it for a dang on. For a big, what's called a wire for that, really?
Well, I don't know what you did, but you was at 1.5, and now you're at 4. I mean, all this time, I've been telling you I can't hardly hear you, but now I can hear you like normal.
Well, it's working, then.
Yeah, I don't know what you did, but stop doing what
green button off and get your whole dog on the lower of it and put it on you?
Well, fine. Leave it there so somebody can hear you. I was having to strain my whole ears to hear you.
If I me my damn right eye can't have see you today, that's right.
Well, at least you got one other eye to see.
You got that right. When I pulled over the shot me, guy hit me. That's right, run over him.
Oh, my goodness. You need a Lambo.
I got two mirrors somebody broke over here. You can't walk 15 feet apart between two vehicles. You go, it's my mirror.
Roger. Alright. Well, like I told you today, just gotta go get that glass, that flex, X-Flex. Up here at Westbury, they'll fix you up.
You got that right. Get that cold cord coming my back right. You make go everything up except the right thing.
Alright, we don't want to hear you no personal problem now.
Ain't no personal problem. I lost that man last as soon as that thing set me.
Wow. Okay. See, that's TMI. That's what that's called.
Okay, we can leave all that stuff along with that. Hello, Doc. Got down that car pickup.
Hey, you crazy, man.
What you talking on? White Joey, White Joey, this is me. Jackie?
What's that?
I said, what you talking on?
Mobile 45.
Mobile?
Mobile 45. What's the traffic?
Okay, I'll be sure there's one on that damn three-wheel bicycle out there.
It's old. I get gas in my car.
You got gas in you now?
It's old. I got new stink.
Oh, you got stink?
Things gas in. Just gas in my car.
Yeah, I know the place stinks all the time.
I hear you.
That's where you get those real good chicken sandwiches, crazy man.
Yeah, what? Just tell me, they ain't hot. No, they ain't hot. Them mars, they ain't hot. Yeah, right. Caused me to drink my whole damn darn soda I had.
Chicken liver good. Alright, yo, the wifey just got home, so I'm gonna shut this mess off and get in the house. It's been a long day for old Slam. Y'all have a good one. Y'all sound enjoyed out there. And Slam's gonna put it at y'all tomorrow.
Well, you can put it all back in that square box. Put it on top of shelf and nobody can't reach it. Okay, we catch you later.
See you later, Slammer.
See you later, Slammer. 35 said that. Hey, Slammer, you hear me? Yeah, tell right, Slammer. Put it on there on the bumper ride. Your neighbor, I'm clearing you.
Hey, Slammer, Salt Lake wants to wave a hand, and I heard you in there, and I'm wish you a good night there. And Channel 12, Salt Lake is waving a hand on a Messenger 250 solid state with a D104.
Sounding good.
10-4.
Here on the island.
Is that you, 987?
Affirmative.
You can hear him there, Saw Blade.
Yeah, I can hear 987 out there in James Island, or John's Island, rather.
Yeah, sounding good on that Messenger 250.
So you might have to bump it up a little bit more than 987 because you can't hear you.
He can hear him as somebody had a little key down out there.
What's that?
845.
Yeah, go ahead there, 987. Go ahead, bring it back.
Check your landline.
They didn't ring.
Give it a look at.
Well, I responded to that message you sent, but you got another picture on there?
That's the radio I was talking on tonight.
Yeah, I seen that, man. It sounds pretty good over here. You glad you could change something up. I mean, it's always fun to do that there occasionally, Roger.
Hey, Salt Lake, just want to live a hand tonight on old radio night, and I'm gonna back on out of here and continue cleaning these rifles up after a day's usage.
How did it go today with your new rifle?
Did good. I got last weekend I got the scope sighted in and everything. After 40 rounds, it was about, I'd say, 1.5 feet off to the right-hand side. I was shooting at the middle target and hitting the bullseye on the target on the right-hand side of it, and we had to sight it in.
I know that's a bullet. Top of that, Salt Lake.
Hey, crazy man waving a hand. Yeah, I was shooting at the target, and I kept telling them I wasn't hitting it, and they said, you're hitting it, and we walked up there, and it was the totally other target that I was hitting.
You must have been cross-eyed then. You got the bullet out next to you.
Nah, that's that brand new scope. It was mounted on the rifle when I bought it, so we just had to put a scale up there on the target and get it clicked in and sighted in, and everything's good now. And shoot, I'm gonna back on out of here and continue rolling these things and get them cleaned up and pretty.
45-pound metal man. Hey, that you got that radio done pretty good. That's the mic you was gonna try out.
Yeah, and it sounds like it matches really good with this 55. Man, I'll tell you what, I like it. I was pissed about it, and when I got it didn't work on a couple of radio real good with the audio. And so I just threw it in a box and threw it over there in the corner and let it sit. And then I said, I'll try it on some other rigs, and there you go.
Yeah, Roger. I pulled a squelch out for you to hear a little bit better at this particular point there. I don't know what time, it's 8:52. So I don't know how you tell where it's at. But anyway, wait a minute. 52:08 on the thing there. So that's when I pulled the squelch out, so it's a little bit better copy on you. So go ahead and talk a little bit.
All right, 410. Yeah, I went back and listened to it earlier already, a minute ago, and it's doing fine here. I don't know. Sometimes you'll run into that, with certain radios of matching up with the stuff that, they don't like Frankenstein, chords going in and out all over the place, and sometimes it just don't match up. But this one, it seems to like the Galaxy there, Roger.
Yeah, 10-4 on that there. Well, that's a lot cleaner when I did that, so you'll be happy. It's a noise blanker, and it kind of cuts back on people. But I pulled it out, so you have a little bit of static when I unkey. Anyway, yeah, doing great.
Yeah, I do. I like the difference. It seems to allow a little bit more of the punch through there than some of the other ones that I run. So it's kind of like what I was looking for, but exact replacement for the one that broke. So I guess I'm a winner chicken dinner. Wait.
$10-4. You must be bothering those fellas there at 45.
I guess so. I don't know, but it's all good, man. It's all good. Heck, I'm a happy camper. At least I don't have a $50 waste like I thought I did. But because I certainly am not into any. Haven't been playing any music lately. Any other reason to really use it there since my DJ died?
50-inch waist.
No, $50. I got it and I was disappointed. Like I said. So, but I figured it might match up with something else later down the road. I don't move very quickly. It took me 2 months to change out the S45 to something else.
Yeah, Roger on that there. All right, well, let me stand by there. I think somebody's trying to get a hold of you there.
Yeah, go ahead.
45 say, come on, you go ahead and put the cameras out there.
Uh, 15-4, you still out there?
Yes, sir. Come on.
Yeah, I like that radio there. One of these days, I'm going to see about getting one. Like I say, I've only seen two of them in person, and I saw a picture of one time that a fella said he had. It was it might have been a dealer promotional one. It had a see-through top on it there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that might have been a promotional because it's got a wood grain finish on the top. But I kind of like the way it's laid out. There's some good videos. Mike's Radio on YouTube. He does a lot of restoring those.
Oh, 10-4, yeah, he's a good guy there. And let's see, yeah, that radio's supposed to be jam up on sideband. Night Ranger, he kind of likes that board that's in that radio. Isn't that right there, Night Ranger?
Yeah, that's kind of what I got in my mobile. It's like a stripped down version of it, but the Midland 79-892 it's like the stripped down bare bones version of the GE Super Bass, and same basic design. The Super Bass has got more whistles and bells on it, but still, that's a good little mobile.
Yeah, Tim, right. I tell you, since I've had it, which I got it in here Friday, and what I've been impressed with is the receive on these things, man. On the AM, I don't talk sideband, but on the AM side, it's just amazing. Normally in the morning times, truck drivers be on channel 1. That's their home channel, and they'd be telling me I would bleed over. It knocked that thing down to almost nothing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the one I've got in the mobile, I put a unit in Bearcat 980 SSP in the mobile for a while, which is not a bad mobile, but the receiver on that 980 is a lot noisier than the receiver on that Midland 79-892, and that 79-892, which this is basically a stripped down version of the GE Super Bass, and on a mobile, and it's that's a 1977 radio, and it's got a better receive in it than that unit in Bearcat 980.
Get there, right? So from what you know, you think that adapter is going to work going from a Midland to a 4-pin Cobra?
I don't know. You'll find out.
Yeah. When it gets there, I'll find out. But I saw that on the internet that they were saying that GE and Midland had the same wiring.
I've never owned a GE radio, so I can't answer that question.
I got one GE. I used to run them all the time there. Some of them got the DIN like a Radio Shack, but the one I used to use had the regular. And I still got it over here on the power supply. It's it like you say it might be the same as a DAC. I can't remember, but anyway, it's different there. I know that.
Yeah, that's right. We find out that it's supposed to be in there Tuesday, so we'll try it out first thing. But that's one thing. That's the first radio that I had. The microphone has to be in to have receive.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the way the Cobra is, like the Cobra 2000. You don't have a mic in that. You don't hear anything. And a couple other ones there. But isn't that an electronic switch in there for that there, Night Ranger?
Yep.
Okay. You better get more than that if you're going to key down. That little whip, it ain't doing it, man.
That sounded quiet over there. It must be all over here.
Yeah, don't get mad at me with the whip there. Go ahead.
Hey, 21, you want to do some sideband?
Yeah, not right this minute there. Maybe after, we get it all shut down, we can try it there.
Yeah, boy.
Might even try to see if that 15.4 will break down and get on sideband. He'd probably be jumping up and down on that sideband, man. I'd have to get another radio just to be able to calm him down.
Maybe. Hey, 21. I'm not even going to know if this sideband even works. Well, if you don't know, or if it doesn't hurt to give it a try, then you'll know. What I'm going to do, 987, I'm going to put a remote in and you can use this sideband. Very funny.
Going to give you a reverse sideband.
That's it.
That's what he's going to turn that other switch on there. He don't care about that other switch for that antenna. He's going to label it 987 sideband, 15.4 AM.
That's it. Hey, that might work. That might work. Right now, I ain't got nothing plugged into that B switch, so that could work.
10.4.
One would be 987 switch, and the other one would be 15.4. That works perfect. All right.
Yeah. That tea was pretty good. I get the one from Bilo. It starts with an M. I can't remember the name of it. It's pretty good. I like it. I wanted to tell you that I don't buy a lot of stuff from them because it's you think it's cheaper price, but it's a smaller amount. That's how they trick you, like over at Dollar General or Family Dollar or whatever. You go in there and you say, wow, that thing's only $1.50, say for some bleach or whatever, well, it's only 32 ounces, So I happened to ride by there today and I needed to get some bleach to do some pressure washing. And I said, well, I'll go in there. Everything's 20% off, and they're sometimes they're higher. They got like $2.95 bleach, then the one I saw down on the bottom was $2.50. So I bought a bunch of them and it's wound up being $2. So, but anyway, they're all going to be Dollar Tree. And I don't know, that's crazy. All of them going to be Dollar Tree. Is that what they told you over there on College Park Road, crazy man? I mean, they're going to have so many Dollar Trees around here. They go out of business. That one over here, going up 17A, that thing's hard to get in and out of. To get in it, if you're coming from where I come from, you got to go into a turning lane that's coming out almost. They didn't have that thing set up good.
Yeah, I know. Every time I go by it, I've never seen it. If somebody told me about it, I'll slow down and look at it. You'd be lucky to see it then.
Oh, yeah.
Duck, you gonna get all them people broke in at the new place when they opens up?
And the new people will be there open to the Family Dollar. They'll be there for the Dollar Tree.
Oh, yeah, you go down 17 between Somerville and Mike's Corner. It's like a Family Dollar every 2 or 3 miles.
I know that.
That's the craziest thing I ever seen, man. They run their own self out of business,
I know, it's ridiculous how many they got coming up and down 17.
I mean, places that need a store that can't even get one, and then you got one every 2 miles, and that's crazy. But anyway.
Oh, yes, all right.
Yes, sir. Come on.
If you get an opportunity to try that orange vanilla Coke, I tried it. I like it. It tastes pretty good.
Orange vanilla Coke.
Yeah, that's something new they just put out.
Okay, I'll try it out. I didn't know anything about it. I hadn't heard about an orange and vanilla Coke. I tried the vanilla Coke one time and the cherry Coke, but I hadn't tried the orange and vanilla Coke there, but I sure will.
Yeah, damn right. It's a little less sugar than not a whole lot less, but a little less than what the regular Coke is.
Roger.
Hey, 21, you ever stopped at that Harris Teeter downtown over there? Trying to think of the road. I think it's East Bay.
Harris Teeter on East Bay. You talking about where a hardware store used to be and a vegetable bin and all like that?
Yeah, over by that Ace Hardware store there. So yeah, you ever gotten their fried chicken? Their what is it? The buffalo style, the ones that they make over there in the deli.
No, I've only been in there a couple of times over the years. I don't remember why. I was doing some work across the street over there one time at this place that stored liquor for distribution place. I was in there doing some remodeling work or something. It's been so long ago, I don't remember. And then I went across the street over there. And then one other time I went in there, but that's been a long time back, but I'll have to try it out. That's kind of, I can go down there, but I don't like to go down there from where I'm at.
Yeah, true. I get what you're saying.
I mean, you know, I kind of, it's you can get there, but it's hard to get back to where I'm at if I get out.
Yeah, very true.
But I know Publix has some good chicken. My son and his better half said, well, we're going to go get some chicken. You know, we're going to get some chicken. Okay. I got the battery. Hang on. I got to find out what's going on.
You betcha. See what you said.
You didn't smoke something over there, did you?
Something happened.
The power supply come unplugged for the computer, and I got a low battery warning sign, and I didn't know it was unplugged. I don't know how that happened, but anyway, I got it back now.
I switched over to the video game to see if I was going to see some smoke coming out of this browning.
There's Peter.
Yeah, well,
There's you ever stop there or not, but Claire is just recommending it.
yeah, Roger, good. Well, that hardware store, you know, they're shutting that down, and they're building something else in there. They're moving up the street a little bit. I don't know exactly where. That woman that owns it, you know, and she may have some kind of deal in it with what's his name that owned Hughes Lumber Company, Burns. What's his name? First name there, Ed Burns there, and you know, they sold that property with that corner where Hughes Lumber Company was at to somebody developing something, and what was it, Morris Sokol, and he sold that whole block, and part of that back there that they used for storage belonged to him as well. But they told me that where that Hughes Lumber Company was, that used to be like a bar way back in the 1700s, and that was the water came right up there to where their parking lot is at. So all of that was water back then.
I'll be darned.
Yeah, I missed that place, man. You could walk in there, and they had stuff in there like screws or whatever. I didn't even know what they were for. I mean, I've never seen, you know, you needed a brass screw, full thread brass screw, or, you know, whatever. You needed most of the bolts that you get now, they're not threaded all the way. They got that space, you know, that's not threaded. And a lot of times, you know, you need one to be threaded all the way. Well, they had anything you wanted, man. You could buy one screw, one washer, whatever. It didn't matter. You know, you say, okay, that's all you want. Yeah, okay. You know, But like now, you go to Lowe's or whatever, you got to buy a gazillion of them in a bag.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
But they were just convenient. They had most everything. They weren't the cheapest, but they had good lumber though, and they had real good lumber. It wasn't any rainbow crap like you get it like 84 Lumber Company said. Well, I need to get some a load of 2x4s or whatever. Well, they'd bring them on a truck and dump them off, and shoot, man, it'd be all warped up and twisted and look like rainbows and all like that, and you couldn't even use them, so I couldn't get anything from them. But I'd been going down there to Hughes Lumber Company when I started probably going down there when I was like 17 years old, and the daddy, he was there then, and all these old guys from World War II, they's always talking about, something they did on a boat or whatever, and they all passed away, and then the new ones came in, and now they're all gone. But anyway, why I brought that up, that lady that owns that at one downtown at near the place you're talking about, she might be going to the property that Ed had bought to open up another hardware store, and he changed his mind. And I think she might be opening it up on that lot there. I don't know exactly where it is. Somewhere around Mount Pleasant Street, Morrison Drive, or whatever.
10-4.
We need another one down there because there isn't any really, except Southern Lumber Company, and you gotta get on the ladder to get in there, man. Everything in there sky high.
Sometimes they can be good, sometimes they can be bad.
Oh yeah, man. They'll build anything you want. I mean, they made a fortune after Hurricane Hugo, redoing all those old houses. They had a special people they brought in that reconstruct all that, front of those old houses and all, and they'd make the cotton picking thing, So also too, when that new ramp came through there for that off of I-26, they bought up a bunch of that stuff and built brand new buildings over there.
Yes, I'm starting to see that they're starting to build new buildings over there.
10-4, right? I'm gonna stand by.
I just put up something on my video to see if Mark was in there, but I haven't seen a reply from him.
Roger.
I put a picture up of Buster Scruggs. Yeah, I sent him the video for that. The Ballad of Buster Scruggs. It's pretty funny. It's on Netflix.
Glad I made it out. Waving a hand to everybody out here at Old Radio Night. You're 45 in this creek, and the palmettos back quiet.
Hey man, get on in there. I was talking too long there. You got to run.
Yeah, man, I'm dragging my head's dragging, man. I'm wanting to go back to the pillow. I'm telling you what. But it was fun listening in. But I do want to go in there and get a little bit of shut eye. About got rid of my headache that I had earlier, and it's trying to phase its way back in there. So I'm gonna go in there and knock that thing out so I can get up later and do some more radioing. But anyway, sounding good over here, 21, all the folks. Sounding good in my receiver. Your 45 in the creek is gone. Bye.
All right, 45, you take care. Have a good one out there. They call me 116. We're back out.
See you later, Palmetto.
All right, 45, happy for super fine evening. I hope you feel better. You know who it is. Sounding good in North Charleston. I'm clearing out. All right, 45, have a good night.
All right, yep. Catch y'all later. I'm turning it off. See you later.
Take.
Well, fellas, I think I'm going to call it a night also. Always a pleasure on this shaking in, talking with you guys. Always makes my Saturday. I look forward to it. We'll do it again next week. In the meantime, in between time, wish you well. I'm clearing out.
I'm 1540. Catch you later, bud. Glad you come out and say around while then do all that talking. Catch you later. They call me 116. We're back out.
The flags for you. I'll catch you in the AM.
Oh, I heard somebody in there. They're hey, 15-4. What was that?
That's right. I caught the end of that. That sounded like a maniac out there. Yeah, man. I just put a few new ones in flex for you. That's right. A few new ones in flex. Good evening to you, Maniac. I'm about to put this thing back in the rack. Appreciate the bump down. Maniac, we'll check it out. I'm clearing out.
Hello, hey, all right, 15-4. Good to hear you, man. I'm glad you got you an old radio there, and it's new to you and new to me, but it's good to hear it out there. Now, those are good radios there for sure. So now we know what the other switch on the back is for. All right, I'm back out.
Right. Bye.
Bye.
How's Maniac doing?
Good. What's going on there, 21? Doing pretty good. Just sitting here. Been doing some work on the computer, but listening in and just kind of messing with Plex. If you don't have Plex yet, you need to check it out. Go to plex.tv. When you check it out, let me know. I'll show you something real cool.
Roger, what is Plex TV? What is it?
It's an app. It's an app for your phone and for your TV. It's better on your TV than it is on your phone. Basically what it does is if I have Plex running on my computer, it turns my computer into a home entertainment setup. And so basically, off of my computer, I can run movies, music, photos, whatever. But it's mainly for movies. And then I can invite all my friends to log in and watch movies off of my library. So, for example, you sit down at your house and you got a smart TV. You log into Plex, and then you click on my server, and you can watch any of the movies that are on my computer at your house.
Oh, I hear you. Well, everybody can do that with their own computer.
Yeah. Like if you run it as a server, it's $100 to buy the software. But then you can invite as many people as you want for free. So you can log in and make an account. You don't have to pay unless you make your own server. But if you're just a user, a watcher, you can watch all you want for free.
Right. Well, that $100 is how much do you have to pay a month?
You pay it's like $110 for life. You're a lifetime member. You can pay $5 a month and then cancel if you want, or you can pay $110 and you get it for life. So I went ahead 2 years ago. I bought it for $110, and then you get some extra features when you do a lifetime subscription. They add subtitles to your movies and a little bit of extra stuff, make it a little bit neater. But it's pretty damn cool. When you log in, it looks like you logging into something like Netflix or any of those online things. It's got all the little pictures of the movies and stuff. It's pretty cool.
10-4. Well, I'm going to see if Night Ranger will try it out first there, and then I'll find out.
Well, let me know. Yeah, I think 15-4, he's got it too. He logs in from time to time when I put a new movie on, and he can watch it. It's high definition. It's pretty damn slick.
Well, I've got a smart TV downstairs, but my wife, she likes watching some stuff there, and I don't mess with her on that. So, but the one I did have one, but it quit working. The other one is exactly the same Vizio. One quit and one didn't. So I don't have another one there. But was there a way that I could look at it on the computer?
Yeah, you can watch on the computer too. You just log into the website. When you pull it up, it says like sign in or launch, and then you just click on it and go on in there with your name and password. And yeah, you can pull anything up once you're in. And like I said, you can do it on your phone too if you want to do it. I just don't want to sit for 2 hours and watch a movie on a little phone, but you can do it.
Yeah, Roger. Well, on mine, all I use is a flip phone. I don't use a phone for anything else. Just I don't have time to do all that. So I use my computer if I need to text somebody or see pictures or whatever. You know, my phone is just basically calling in and calling out, and I don't do a lot of that. Just mainly for work there, you know. But anyway, I'll check it out, and it'll be on the computer to start with. And you look under plextv.com or what is it?
Plex.tv, and that's it, plex.tv. Yep. I'm on the same page with those phones, man. I love my flip phone too. Only reason of it is so dependent. But if it wasn't, I wouldn't have a phone because I don't know about it. But anyway, yeah, you can also get live TV on it. It's got another section in there, like you want to watch local TV channels, watch live TV. What I do is I set up where I got 3 TVs in the house, you know, in different rooms. And so wherever I go, I can log in and watch a show off of my server, you know.
Yeah, 10-4. Okay there, Maniac. They got somebody keying up in there, so I'll check it out. All right, man, and I'll get back with you.
All right, man. Well, I enjoyed it. You enjoy the weekend, and I'll catch you on the next go-round. Take it easy. Good to hear you.
Hey, Duck, you still out there? Crazy man, what happened to him?
I don't know. He was out here. Hey, 21.
Yeah, come on.
Slowpoke, you got a copy on this old ZD tonight?
Oh, yeah, I got a real good copy on you. Come on.
I stuck another extreme mic on it there. It's sort of a power mic there. It sound pretty good?
Yeah, it's kicking pretty good there. It's got a lot of audio there, Roger.
Too much audio?
No.
Okay. Just it's clean, right?
A Night Ranger.
Yeah.
What do you think?
You got. Can you bring your carrier up a little bit?
I can bring a carrier up at the AC.
You can or you can't.
Here comes the carrier. Tell me when.
All right, come on up.
Audio, how about right there?
Yeah, when you first came in, you're like mostly swinging, not much carrier.
Keying about 3, modulating about 11.
Okay, that works.
Ready to put much more carrier in the lamp, you know.
101 ZD. I've never had one of those.
Nice radio. You ever seen them?
Oh yeah, I remember seeing them at the Ham Fest back in the 80s.
Yeah, this is the late 80s there. Pretty, just like most Yaesu's old tube types, they're a little bit noisy on the receive side, you know.
Yeah, I think that was kind of like the little brother for the 901 DM, wasn't it?
I guess, I'm not sure. I'm not, it's about the same size as the 101.
Yeah, but it didn't. The ZD now, does that still use the 6JS6C tubes, or has that got 6146 tubes in there?
I think it's got the 6146s. To be honest, I ain't never took the cover off, and I ain't looked at the manual either.
I think it's got 6146s. I think that was like the 901 DM and the 101 ZD. I think they were out at the same time when they were kind of. The 101 ZD was like the little brother to the 901 DM. I think that's right.
I know one thing, it works good on ham, and I ain't even got an antenna. I've been up there on 40 and them boys in California and Michigan just on that old B5000 there, Roger.
Yeah, I never had that one. In the last version, they had the 902D, which had the work bands in it, so that's early 80s. I don't think that one doesn't have 12 and 17 meters, does it?
No, just the regular old ham bands is on all of the other old things back in that day, but it's got quite a few bells and whistles on it. It's got a bandwidth on it and real good noise blanker and just adjustable noise blanker and everything on it, and naturally it's got the freak meter built in.
Yeah, I think the work bands came out somewhere around 1984 is when those were released. And then they came out with a 902DM. I don't know if they ever updated the 101Z to include the work bands or not. But yeah, I remember seeing those. It was a nice looking radio.
Yeah, this thing looks like it's brand new. Somebody for me, I don't know, a couple of years ago from a guy out in Pennsylvania, a ham operator there.
I had a 101EE for a while. It was a good radio, but I just wasn't using it much, and so I sold it on YouTube. But it was, on eBay. But it was a good radio.
Yeah, I got a 101 E, I think it is. No, it's the EX, 101EX.
I always wanted one just because, that was a classic radio. You definitely heard those things on sideband in the 80s. I'm sure they were on sideband in the 70s, but I don't think I actually heard anybody using one until like 1984. But I remember that there was plenty of people using them.
Yeah. What I like about this one, it's got the freak counter and everything built right in on it.
I remember when I sold my 101EE to this guy, budding ham operator. Man, when I heard that thing the first time, I had a D104 on it, and I sold it to him with the D104, and when he came on the air on sideband, I was like, boy, I didn't know that thing sounded that good.
Yeah, that's what I used to run on the 101s all the time there, on the E's there, but I got out of the Paramount business. I just had this old Extreme here and stuck it on it there, Roger.
Well, it sounds real good. I don't know. Does that actually have a 6 kilohertz filter in there, or you having to listen through a 2.3 or 4.3 kilohertz filter, or does it actually have a 6 kilohertz filter? Some of them didn't.
I'm listening at you at about 104.3.
I had the 6 kilohertz filter on mine. Somebody hadn't wired it up correctly. So one of the wires was not right. I finally figured it out. I can't even remember what I did, but I figured it out. One of the wires wasn't wired up, because you turn on AM, you hear a CW tone, and then you go to CW and it wasn't right. So they just took it in there, but it was wired wrong, and I finally figured out what the correct wiring was, but it was aggravating. It took me I had to bang my head on the table a few times before I figured out what they'd done wrong.
Roger. Well, actually, they got the 11 meter crystal on TNA, and they just stuck it in there, and but it works. I mean, it does pretty good there.
So that doesn't have the auxiliary position. My 101EE had the aux position and distance at the 10 meter position.
Yeah, it's got the auxiliary on it, but there ain't hardly anybody around to do the changeover anymore there. I've got the manual and everything, but it's a pretty good deal to go through it to put 11 meters on it, changing out a lot of cans and resistors and stuff on the board there.
Mine was already done, so I didn't have to do anything. It came with it in it. I got lucky.
Yeah, well, there's just not too many people around anymore to do this. I got a guy in Tennessee up there could do it. We're at Bristol if I ever took it up there to him, Roger.
Yeah, 21, didn't you tell me that Carol, it wasn't messing with 101s anymore?
Well, I understand they kind of shut down. I don't know.
I haven't been to that Fox Tango Club or whatever it was. I haven't been to that page in a long time.
Yeah, I don't know. Something happened. They weren't taking any more radios in there. I know Mike's Radio Repair can hook it up.
Hook it up, 21.
Mike's Radio Repair. I've seen him a couple of things there, and he's had them on there before. He's on YouTube there, Mike's Radio Repair.
Oh, okay, I got you. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it like it is. I don't plan on getting an ham operator's license, and it talks on the way it is pretty good there, and the C's good, Roger.
Yeah, I don't know. He's talking about something about changing something over or whatever, but he'd be the one that I'd send it to if I was going to have anything like that. So, but anyway, that's just he's worked on a couple of things for me, and they've been great. So, but anyway, all right. Well, it's doing a good job over here. Crazy man, you hear that, Slowpoke?
Yes, ma'am. I sure do hear that full front of my Slowpoke.
What's up, Craze? What are you into tonight?
Not much. Fighting this damn pollen on that green yellow stuff falling off the trees and giving my sons hell.
Oh, well, you got them eyes done now at you. You can probably see a flea there crawling around.
Well, know about all that. That stuff giving my doggone sons all kind of fool. Got a bunch of people over here sick down with this yellow stuff.
Roger, let me back them out here. I'm going to get out of here and get to bed. Got to get up early and go to church. Just wanted to see how this whole thing's sounding. Appreciate it, fellas. Slowpoke. We'll catch you later.
I know Slowpoke. So glad you come back at me now. Be my best for the radio over in Berkeley County. That's where back out and take it back to Apple. Hello.
I'll do it. See ya.
See you later.
See you, 21. Appreciate it, Night Ranger.
Yeah, talk to you later, Slowpoke. Good to hear you in here.
$987, you still out there?
Yes, sir.
I don't know if Crazy Man wants to do it. I don't know. That radio, does it have sideband, Crazy Man?
No, I know. I got nothing extra on this radio. It's 40 sound.
Oh, okay. Nah, 987 on the try out his radio on sideband there.
That 641's got sideband in it. Mine doesn't, but the Roy 641 does.
The one you got there, Night Range, doesn't have sideband?
No, but I got the Kenwood. Of course, I'm on horizontal if I get on the Kenwood 590 SG.
Right.
Sitting there on the ham table.
Well, I don't want to leave Crazy Man out.
About what?
Going on sideband.
I ain't gonna fight them elevators and get them all hooked up. Well, even this radio.
Yeah, that near's got sideband on it, but anyway.
Well, I can't help it. Mine's a shot tonight. I can't see nothing too well. They see me over here trying to watch TV. They can't see the damn screen.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow I might come by over there and bring some super glue there, Roger.
No, you're not doing mine, Scott. Oh, no, I won't have problems.
I was just going to glue one eye shut and with a flap over it there. Look like a cowboy man.
Oh, no, there ain't been no rubber good. 2 more months I've been waiting. Go back into the operator.
Towards the end.
Infection behind my eyeballs is pretty bad when you see it. They took pictures and all of it. They still want to know I want to see it, but no, I don't.
What you been, you got it infected by looking at some dirty pictures?
No, I got some stuff got infected. Much people get this now. The older you get, the worse it gets.
What causes it?
Old age.
And your eyes get infected?
I don't know. You got to talk to the lady doctor. She can take.
Oh, I probably won't be able to do that.
You know what? Them doctors looks like you want. I don't think you better keep this law.
Oh.
Might keep something else in other phone.
Not Ranger, you on well, you got the video running on the realistic now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna try out 987 on sideband. This Browning surprised me, man, how good it is on sideband. That other receiver that I had on here, I couldn't get it to do anything. I couldn't get it to tune anybody in. It was but this one is great.
My Mark III, I can tune somebody in, but it doesn't sound very good.
Doesn't sound good to them or to you?
To me.
Oh.
They claim the Mark IV was better on sideband than the Mark III, but I've never had a Mark IV.
I don't know. I hadn't tried it. This one here, if it does okay. 987 said it sounded all right to him.
Well, the transmit I think sounds okay if the receive is on mine. It just doesn't. It's just not good sounding receive on sideband. Somebody wants a radio check.
Go ahead, radio check.
Go ahead, radio check. You're kind of weak, Squirrel, but I got you. I only got about a 1 on you. If you're in Monk's corner, you should be a little stronger.
I can't hear him talk.
He's only putting about 2 on me. If he's in Monk's corner, he should be putting more than us. Unless he's on a walkie-talkie.
Is that Squirrel, Cowboy Squirrel?
That sounds good.
Well, I got about a 2 on you. I can hear you, but it's not very strong. I'm not too far from Mike's corner.
I can let that squirrel one I cowboy throw off to.
Ask him if that's Cowboy's brother-in-law.
He can hear you, 21.
Well, what'd he say?
He knows who Crazy Man is.
Is that Cowboy that passed away's brother-in-law?
Squirrel, did you hear that? Are you? 20 was asking if you were Cowboy's brother-in-law. He didn't say anything.
Oh.
I guarantee you that's who it is, then.
He's kind of weak on me. If he's in Mike's corner, he should be stronger than that.
The guy's ever he's much going to should be putting it out. He must use an old vehicle for antenna. You know, watch it burn it up.
Wonder why he didn't want to answer.
I ain't got no idea.
Might be trying to find out why he's not getting that good.
They can go buy that one damn good gun and make the top antenna from the top of this vehicle.
I don't hear him now.
He got scared. Then you'll burn that point.
I keep hearing Roger beeps, but it might be bleed over.
I've been hearing that up in there back there. damn chips that you hang out colors with on the line. If I can buy one, I'm going to put it on my damn nose and work quit dripping.
You can always pack it full of toilet paper.
Been full of fireflies. I don't recall ever seeing fireflies out in March, but they were out here.
Oh, you got them out there now?
Past 2 nights I did. Yeah, radio check. I can hear you. Just still weak. Got about a 1 on you.
Ask him if that's the cowboy's brother-in-law.
I already asked him.
You don't want to answer?
That's about a 2.
He is a cowboy's brother-in-law, then he don't answer. He always tells you the truth. Squirrel, he went back to his ex-wife.
He's working on his radio.
You know what he's doing?
Yeah, whatever it is, like I said, I got a 1, occasionally a 2 on you. If you're in Mike's corner, you should probably put a little more on me than that. This is Night Ranger. Yeah, Night Ranger.
Yeah, 2 p.m. Gotta pull him out. I can't get him. Damn, he big bastard.
Yeah, the guys over in Somerville, towards Somerville, they can't even hear you, so yes, something might not be right with the antenna. Talk to you later.
Hey, Night Ranger.
Yeah.
Hey, OBP said 3313 QSL.
3313 QSL, is that on your chat?
Roger.
I gotta pull up your chat, another one.
410.
I haven't seen any from Mark. He must not be watching the video game tonight unless he showed up on your side.
Not yet, not yet.
Okay.
Got OBP and Dennis in there, and they got him. Oh, you know, everybody's in there. Let's see. They got 9 pounds, and let's see. Okay. Oh, that's a Brown radio check. Okay.
I didn't hear the skip coming from anywhere else. I was surprised that guy said he could hear some of us up in Toronto. There's supposed to be some solar flare hitting, so maybe that'll stir skip up a little bit.
10-4.
Maybe there'll be like, what's his face down there in the islands the other day when he was listening to us in here. Stop all that local talking. Stop all that local talking.
Yeah.
Well, I was listening to Fluffy Blanket again the other day. She posted another video for the United Kingdom.
I don't know who that is. Who is it?
That's that girl. I did like 2 video gates of her. She's the one that talks like this over in the United Kingdom. They're on the FM channel 35 over around London.
Oh, okay. And that's on sideband, lower side of 35.
No, they have their own channels over there. Channel 35 is way up there. It's like 27, 7 or 8 or 9 something. They have these weird frequencies. They actually have 2 CB bands over there. One that matches the US band, and the one that starts at like 27.6125 and goes up to like almost 28 megahertz, and it's FM. But their channel 35 is way up there, above 28.5, way up there on FM.
Okay.
But anyway, I occasionally hit some of those programmable SDR receivers over there in London and tune them in, and I can listen to them talking. But I'm subscribed to her YouTube channel, so yeah, she was in there recording her own video gate, listening to them in the United Kingdom, talking on their FM CB radios.
Yeah, you'll have to send me a link to her channel.
Let's see if I can give you, she's got a YouTube group. It's not just her, it's a couple of them, but let me see if I can get the group name.
410.
Their YouTube channel is CB Channel 35 Club UK. CB Channel 35 Club UK, like United Kingdom. Her first name's Sam, or at least that's what they call her on there. Sometimes on the radio, Sam.
Roger.
Yeah, if we had a different part of the sunspot cycle, I might be able to go in there and break them. I have been on back a few years ago when the sunspot cycle was more active. I did go up there on FM and managed to talk to them a few over there in the United Kingdom.
Yeah, Roger. I only did it one time. I was having some kind of interference on one channel that I was on, and I thought it was somebody on sideband, and I was trying to tune them in, never could do it. And I just said, well, let me flip over to FM. You know, I didn't even think anything, and boom, there they were. I said, what? And they were somewhere over like in, I don't know where they were, Germany or somewhere over there.
FM is predominantly what they used for a long time. That's all they could use. They had that first band, which is like 27.6125. Notice that I said that 6125. Their channels were weird, their assignments, to 27.9125 or something like that. But anyway, it was FM only. Then they got a second band, which matches the U.S. channels, but it was FM only. And then here within the past couple of years, they got to where it was legalized for them to use AM upper sideband and lower sideband.
Right, okay.
But yeah, it's kind of interesting to listen to Sam and Fluffy Blanket talk to her friends over there. She'll say, it's getting proper windy out there.
Uh-huh.
And she'll say, oh, you're being a bit naughty, aren't you? One of the things they say is that she's so talking, she goes, oh, that's wicked. Instead of, we say it's cool or whatever, that's cool. She says, it's wicked.
Devil. Yeah, I was listening to them, and I hate to, bring it up about that thing in Australia that happened. I was listening to somebody talking, on the news feed about it, and certain words, it would change like the sound of A to an I.
There's the British show that's hysterical called the IT Crowd. And there was this one guy there making fun of his name because his first name was Peter and his last name was File. And so his name was Peter File, which is how they say pedophile. Pedophile is how they say it. And one of the guys was telling him, he said, well, if you move to the United States, then it'll be pedophile and people won't be calling you pedophile. It'll say Peter File instead of pedophile.
His girlfriend was going, it's not pedophile, it's not pedophile, it's pedophile.
Crazy man, you don't have that funny thing over there?
I don't know if you have Netflix, but the IT crowd is hysterical. So there's like 4 seasons, and the first season is okay, and then they make like a personnel change in the second episode of the second season, and then from that point on, that show goes through the roof. I mean, there's a couple episodes of the IT crowd that I about fell out of the chair. I was laughing so hard.
Where's the laughing fella? Oh. No, I'm talking about, let's see. Butterbean said he checked everybody in at the roll call up there in Northeast Georgia there. And OBP said, hey, Night Ranger, the sunspot number is 27, 2 large and 13 small ones.
I saw the solar flux index jumped up because of that solar flare. It jumped to what, like 79?
Hey, crazy man.
That's the one you're talking about. I have to go have to find it.
Yeah, how come your signal going up and down? What's going on?
You going up and down now?
Yeah, maybe it's me. You notice that, Night Ranger?
Oh.
Crazy man.
Go ahead.
Is that crazy, man? I can't hear it.
Something happened, crazy man. Jumper or something's loose.
I noticed that earlier when sound group wasn't high when I got on the box and something over there around 10 dB. But I cut it off at top.
Well, earlier when you first came in there, you didn't have it on the very first part of the night, and you were up there. Now it's cut you back about to 2 dB, 3 dB over here.
Well, they checked out.
Okay. Can you hear him there, Night Ranger?
No.
I can't hear him either.
I just put the solar flux information up on my video game.
But you got me down though.
Yeah, I got you now.
Yeah.
Flipped on the station, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, the solar flux was at like 69 and 70, and then I guess that solar flare hit the Earth, and now it's up to 79.
Or 10.
Yeah, and the sunspot number is 27. You're right. I'm looking at it now.
I barely hear Crazy Man now.
Well, he's a lot better than what he was. He's way up there now. He's like he was earlier, but whenever he does what he does, it's cutting him down by about 7 dB less.
What kind of copy you got on me now? They should be kicking.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Night Ranger, check out on your other screen there what OBP just posted there about maybe about the solar flare thing. I don't know.
I gotta open the other one to back up.
Too long. Hey, 987. Do you have your television on?
Yes, sir.
Do you get 36.3?
Yes, I do.
Can you check and see if it's on?
Somebody that like your Browning, I gave you a thumbs down, 21.
Already?
Yeah.
That's the same guy that does it every week.
You might be jealous.
It's a coin toss on mine. Sometimes I get a thumbs down, sometimes I don't.
No, he does it every week there. You know, he's one of my he doesn't know that I know who he is. See, you gotta, well, anyway, I don't even gonna say nothing else there.
Yeah, hypocrite.
I gave you a thumbs up to put you to number 10.
Oh, thank you.
Both my sons got figured.
Well, you know, way YouTube works, that if you do anything on there, thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever, it counts as the same.
Yeah, Mark just showed up.
Okay. Did you check out what OBP had?
Yeah.
What is it?
You know what the solar flex numbers and the sunspot number.
No. Down at the bottom, HTTP // twice www.spacewealther.com backwards /
Oh, I didn't even see that.
down at the very bottom, the very last one.
I have to open the window back up.
Okay.
21.
Yeah, come on.
What are you looking for on 36.3?
I can't get it for some reason tonight. And then the other night, last week when I wanted to watch the raccoon on there, they had soccer on there.
Yeah, they got, right now, they got the cost to Ben Gooley, something like that.
Yeah, that's Svengoolie. That's the raccoon. Yeah, that's that's looks like Crazy Man's favorite little buddy there.
I was 10 for. I get what you're saying now.
But I can't get it. And last week they had soccer on there. I wanted to watch him, and I had that on there. And I don't care anything about soccer. And not only that, it was somebody from another country. I mean, you know, I don't even know who they are, and I don't care anything about soccer at all.
Don't blame you.
My kids played it a little bit, and you know, that was okay. But to watch it on TV, it's about the same as for me as watching tennis. You know, hit the ball. Hit the ball back. You know, okay.
Okay, Mark, look in the top left corner on my video gate.
What you got up there?
Buster Scruggs.
Okay. Boy, that squelch noise blinker makes a lot of difference there when you push that in. Whew. Man.
Yeah, this radio's got A&L and noise blanker. It works pretty good. It's not as good as the TRC 451 or the TRC 490, but it works pretty good.
10-4 Saw Blade said he was at the kitchen table, and he gave a thumbs up too there. Don't forget now to check on Carol Ina. Isn't that where you got a Night Ranger? Carol, and then Ina Pirate, and then give him a thumbs up too. Where'd you go to, Night Ranger?
I was there. I was making an adjustment on the video gate.
Okay.
I just enlarged the video, Mark. You don't have Netflix, do you, 21?
No.
That's a shame, but the Ballad of Buster Scruggs is pretty funny. Anybody that's got Netflix, if you haven't watched that, watch at least the first 20 minutes. It's a collection of Western stories. They're completely unrelated. But the first 20 minutes is a story about Buster Scruggs, and it is well worth watching. After you watch that, you'll know what this means. Well, that ain't good.
Right, okay.
That and it's a night. Don't.
Right. 10-4.
It's a very memorable 20 minutes.
10-4. I know what you mean. Anyway. Who? I don't know.
Well, that makes music player number 2.
Yeah, same one, same guy.
He must have cut something on or got closer. His signal came up a little bit.
Yeah, the mobile there. Oh, yeah.
That way, keep him quiet.
Yeah, 10-4. Not doing anything, but anyway.
Yeah, he sounded a piece of junk. I know it's him now.
Yeah, he's kind of got a little bit off in the head there, I think, but anyway.
Yeah, I think that, man. You got a bad problem like that. It's like the same thing, only different. You want to hear it? Yeah. You know that junk off his cell phone, I think it's the same thing.
Yeah, 10-4.
That signal is going up and down a little bit, so yeah, he may be on the level.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta work a little more than lyrics.
Yeah, I'm going to go over there to that second road before you get to Blue and Gold Junkyard. I'll be back. I'll wait till later. I got to do something right now.
Hey, you. Somebody must be too dang drunk or something to play all that kind of music.
Well, I tell you what, I went and got. I was looking for Mike's Hard Lemonade. I was going to get one of those, and they had something else. They didn't have Mike's Hard Lemonade, at least not the flavor I wanted. So they had something else. I said, well, I'll try this one. And I got home and I drank one of them. I was like, well, it's just so, whatever it was. A similar type thing, different brand. Man, my head started spinning around, and I tried to look at the box. It was 8% alcohol instead of the usual 4%. I was like, oh, no wonder.
10-4.
I mean, I don't drink much at all. It didn't take much at all. I was like, that's a little more woozy than I wanted to get.
Roger.
Yeah, see that better, baby. You know, go to start up on like that. You know, wow, animals over here just like it.
Yeah.
Hey, there you go, mate. Move off the other side over.
Yeah, I got to be getting out of here because, let's see, 8 p.m. It's up. Okay. It's going to start, let's see, probably on my end in another hour, not quite an hour there. I'll be checking into the OTR, Old Tube Radio Network there.
That's in California, though, isn't it?
Yeah, 10-4. Yeah, they're on channel 11. I don't know how in the world that they do it out there. And when the skip is on coming in over here, man, 11 is wall to wall. I mean, big numbers out there. And I don't know, maybe it's different out there, but boy, over here, it's rough when it's running,
Oh, it's worse out there. a lot more than what we were hearing when I finally got back over to the East Coast. There's a lot more signals from the East, especially the Great Lakes states. So what they hear is a lot more than what we hear. A lot more signals.
10-4.
You get out west, you know, the cities and all that's where everybody's congregated, because you get outside the cities and a lot of places out west, you know, there's not any water, so it's just miles and miles and miles and nothing.
With my bag, I can see in the night. I drive over there by the junkyard over there in Blue Go.
I got to fix my 6-element cruiser right. One of the wires broke off on the top elements from the ladder line. And just like it just came unsoldered from years of flexing back and forth. So I'm going to try to get out there tomorrow. That's the antenna I use to talk out west. So need to get out there and fix that. Summer skip season will be kicking in probably around April or May. So get that antenna back up in the air and ready to go.
Are you using stranded wire or solid? Solid, stranded?
Stranded. 14 gauge stranded and insulated copper wire.
Oh, okay.
But it looks like it just came unsoldered because the ladder line itself, I think that's solid. And then I had it soldered on like a little form to support it. It looks like the solder just worked itself loose after years of flexing back and forth, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, the big yard, pulling keys back up. I catch all of it, Jordan, like that. We're going out and fix my coffee pot, and after that, my coffee between the sheets.
Yeah, 10-4. Okay, man. Well, I hope you get to feeling better. I hope your eyes get to feeling better there, and, you know, keep your foot out of it, and it'll do better. All right, man, we're gone.
Yeah, 14. I would say something more. You're taping, though. So have fun with that pool out there with that crazy cell phone you got there. No, they just catch your name, boy, if you hear me over that noise out there, I don't know. They call me 116. They're crazy, man. Went back to 10-7.
All right, crazy, man. Yeah, you getting every top of them here. I don't know if I'm on your end, but you're getting every. So, have a good night. Hope you feel better.
I'm over. Yeah, you're getting crossing too, and only one getting crossing. Didn't have no chance out there. They're wasting their time and their breath. They call me crazy, man. We're 10-10 now. We're going.
Yeah, that one, he don't never do anything like that, he said. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, he's like his pants ain't on fire, anyway.
Roger. Man, I'm fired up. If I see anything bigger than this, I'll have to go fix one of my Z-boxes.
Yeah, 10-4 on that. Yeah.
Lots of sound and noise toys out there.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to go on sideband there, but you got to switch radios, right?
You have to move to Kenwood. You have to get out of Kenwood.
All right, well, go ahead so we can get with 987.
Yeah, well, that's going to screw up the video game because Kenwood's over on another table.
Oh, okay.
We'll go over about 2 hours. We can end the video game. That's the usual time.
Yeah, 10-4. Yeah, they got a couple of guys in there. I'll just keep on going with mine and then just switch to sideband.
I was listening on your video game right now to see if I was getting over that guy. Looks like the Phantom's kicking his butt over there.
Oh, yeah, man. You covering him up there. He's got like half scale and you're on over there past that.
I got about a 7 on him and you're popping me over now. This deal on this radio, once you hit the 9, it just doesn't go any further, but you're getting all over him over here.
Yeah, 10-4 on that there. Well, I'm not pushing very much there on this reverse preamp, so, you know, I'm just being on the conservative side. How about at 987? How about at 987? Come in.
And there were those Drake L4Bs with a mile after each other, we'd lock it up.
Oh yeah, yeah. Is that your 987? Come in. Hey, 987, go to channel 20. Go to channel 20, 987. How about it, 987? You out there? Hello, hello, hello. How about a 987? How about a 987? Hello. How about a 987? Talk to me. Talk to me.
Going out over the video gate. Now he's not breaking the squelch.
Yeah, no, 987 was on the, hang on. Yeah, 987 was on, sideband, but then he got back on AM again. Hey, Night Ranger, I'm gonna go ahead and let this one go ahead and shut down on this video gate there. So I got to do a couple of things there, but I'll be standing by for a minute.
All right, I guess I'll do the same thing. We're at 2 hours plus. So shut the video gate down. Let the kitties get to it. I guess. Enjoy it. Well, talk to you later.
10 Roger. All right, I'm back out. I'll see you.